2018 Porsche Panamera Sport Turismo car review. German automakers are masters of spinning just one nameplate into a comprehensive swatch of variants, with none better at doing this than Porsche. The Stuttgart-based brand slices its hallmark 911 into 22 slivers of body, powertrain, and drivetrain combinations. Now Porsche's four-door car is becoming in on that action, having a subtle stretch on the roof line that spawns another body style referred to as Panamera Sport Turismo. The good points of 2018 Porsche Panamera Sport Turismo. The antithesis from the stereotypical stodgy and slow wagon. The bad points of 2018 Porsche Panamera Sport Turismo. Only marginally more practical as opposed to sedan, touchy brakes for the hybrid model. We'd call the Sport Turismo the hatchback version, apart from what didn't differentiate it in the original Panamera body style. And Porsche might it is known as a wagon, but there's no stodgier word in most of automotivedom. So Sport Turismo it truly is, an ambiguous yet suitably racy term for this type of sexy shape. A near clone of an 2012 Paris Auto Show concept car, the Sport Turismo is low, sleek, and powerful, with thickered pillars plus more upright rear glass suggesting greater practicality. All on the sheet metal aft in the pillars is completely new, with the roof, while a lively rear spoiler can move among three positions, the best of which can be used to reduce noise if the optional panoramic glass sunroof is open. Practical concerns. With no improvement in overall length, though, the Sport Turismo is merely marginally more practical versus the regular Panamera. At 49 cubic feet with all the rear seats folded, the Turbo Sport Turismo's cargo hold is merely 4% bigger than a standard Panamera's. And it's 15 cubes smaller versus the Mercedes-Benz A-Class wagons. A larger hatch definitely makes the space quicker to load on account of a lift-over height that's 5.6 inches less than in the conventional Panamera. The greater selling point of choosing the Sport Turismo is enhanced rear seat comfort. In the standard hatchback, six-footers brush their quaffs the location where the headliner descends to transition to the hatch. The Sport Turismo's longer roof pushes that transition back far enough to get rid of any interference. Rear legroom remains a little tight, particularly when compared against a BMW 7 Series or perhaps a Mercedes-Benz S-Class, because Sport Turismo isn't offered inside long wheelbase executive variant that contributes 5.9 inches of length. The long-roofed Panamera does introduce a 5-seat configuration as standard, whilst a 4-seat setup, the only real arrangement offered inside regular Panamera, is optional. Business within the back, party inside the front. When U.S. deliveries begin in November 2017, the Sport Turismo line will bypass the entry-level rear-wheel drive version offered for the standard Panamera to get a lineup that exclusively routes torque to any or all four wheels. The range starts using the $97,250 Panamera 4, which delivers 330 horsepower from an individual turbo 3.0-liter V6. Another $13,000 buys the 440 horsepower twin-turbo 2.9-liter V6 with the 4S Sport Turismo. Our drive gave us seat time within the Panamera 4 Hybrid, a plug-in vehicle having a 14.0 kWh lithium-ion battery, as well as the $155,050 turbo having its twin-turbo 4.0-liter V8 making 550 horsepower. The Panamera's chassis dynamics are indifferent for the powertrain that's installed, however. Both versions we drove together with non-Sport Turismo variants we've previously driven delivered perfectly weighted steering, nicely controlled body roll, along with a firm ride that's never flinty, choppy, or abrupt. Our sole complaint concerns the $105,050 E-Hybrid, where it's a challenge to modulate the braking force, using a vague transition between regenerative braking along with the conventional friction pads. The E-Hybrid accelerates more fluidly personal computer stops, using the 136 horsepower motor as well as the twin-turbo 2.9-liter V6 seamlessly stirring together a combined creation of 462 horsepower. While the E-Hybrid doesn't offer an official EPA yet, we expect each battery charge being good for about 20 miles of electric range. In both E-Hybrid and turbo form, a Porsche-exclusive 8-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission grabs gears assertively and engages smoothly from the stop. It's the nutty turbo model that we'd buy, though. It creates instant and thrust with relentless stop and pull, and that's when you engage the ruthless launch control. We expect the Turbo Sport Turismo to check the 3.0-second 0 to 60 mph blitz we recently measured on an ordinary body Panamera Turbo. Those who demand more must wait for the impossibly named Porsche Panamera Turbo S E-Hybrid Sport Turismo. While Porsche hasn't officially confirmed this powertrain inside Sport Turismo body style, the company isn't planning to resist an additional combination. When it does arrive, the Turbo S E-Hybrid will blend several E-Hybrid's electrified bits with all the turbo's heady V8 for the combined creation of 680 horses. A sporty $100,000 wagon exists inside a niche of your niche of a niche. And the niche the Sport Turismo resides in is remarkably similar towards the space carved out by the standard Panamera. That doesn't appear for being much of any concern within Porsche, however. This brand wants to dream up every conceivable variation, leaving the hard decisions on the buyers.